So here's Orr, 322, a homer, 11 runs batted in. First pitch swinging, hits it out to short. That would be a tough double play ball, so Diffley grabs it, and this time his throw's on the money. Casper to second, he'll advance, and Suter gets a chance with a runner in scoring position.
Diffley does a nice job with his hands, fields that ball, works his feet, and straightens up and gets it over to first base. However, Rose's fastball is really running in on the right-handers.
Suter now from the right side, and that is fouled above us. You really liked Diffley as we watched him warm up, did you not?
I did like Diffley. He looks really athletic. He reminds me of a player that used to be at SC and is now with the Angels, Grant Green, when Grant Green played shortstop. His mannerisms are the same. His swing is the same. I think Diffley's going to be a really good player. He is a good player.
Yeah, Angels kind of have him now as a utility guy, do they not? A little third, some second, some outfield.
Yeah, Grant could do it all, but he's just a special athlete, and he can really hit.
Kind of hard to displace Eric Ibar at shortstop there, although there may come a time in which his salary might not be what the Angels want to pay.
I think so. He's a player.
Suter's the third baseman, and he goes down to a knee to swing and miss on that one. And he is down on strikes. The second strike out of the ball game for Rose.
I am really impressed with Rose. He could really pitch. I think he's got a legitimate chance to go into the Pac-12 next year and be at least a midweek starter. He's going to contribute.
Yep, maybe have him be the Tuesday guy for the first year until he gets his feet wet and work him into that weekend rotation years 2 and 3. This is John Aiken, the left fielder, hitting .286. He's a junior. Just a couple of hits on the season for this young man without a run batted in, but has an opportunity here with 2 outs to even the game up. That's a good fastball that catches the outer half.
How hard do you think he's throwing? I think he's about 88, 89 maybe.
I agree. But what'll allow you to get away with 88 is the good movement on the two-seamer. Little sink. See if he goes to the change. Kept it up, and it got fouled back to the screen. That hit the screen. I was watching the monitor. Boy, I didn't flinch at a ball that came to the left of me last game, and I flinched at a ball that's nowhere near me.
Yeah, you were misled on that one, Steve. Holy smokes.
No balls and 2 strikes on Aiken. No relation to Brady Aiken, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And that just missed. Looked like the home plate umpire wanted to pull the trigger on that.
That's a good down fastball. I'm telling you, he has some life.
Yep, that's the one that just struck out Suter. 1 and 2. And a called strike 3. Put a wrinkle in that one, and 3 punch outs now for Jason Rose. Nothing comes of the lead single for the second straight inning. The La Costa Canyon Mavericks get a runner in scoring position, but leave him in scoring position, and we're done with 1.5. It remains Granite Hills 1, La Costa Canyon nothing. Last of the second Open Division Championship game featuring the 2-seed Granite Hills, the number 4 seed La Costa Canyon. And it's Granite Hills out to an early 1-0 lead. 7, 8, 9 hitters against Cameron Harrison here in the second. Dylan Schrum, Andy Lowry, and Nate Nguyen are the scheduled hitters. Harrison gave up a run on 2 hits and a walk in the first inning. Schrum is the designated hitter, a sophomore, a couple of homers and 9 runs batted in, and no bigger home run than last Friday against Cathedral Catholic. How about a walk-off homer against Cathedral Catholic? One of 2 that they've had here in the postseason. I was talking to James Davis before the ball game, and he said, you know, in the postseason, although we didn't beat him, and him being Brady Aiken, the overall number 1 pick, that's a foul ball. And it got the edge of the bat there. But they didn't beat Brady Aiken per se, but they did beat Cathedral Catholic 2 times in games started by Brady Aiken.
Yeah, they hung tough, and their pitching also kept them in the game, and so they could put a feather in their cap for.
Yeah, quite an accomplishment. And the 3-2 is lifted in the air to center. Moniak has it for out number 1. Aiken, of course, going number 1 overall in the Major League Baseball first-year player draft on Thursday. The Astros picking him up. Likely to get probably a signing bonus $7 million range.
That'd be at the discounted rate.
Yes. 7-1 is the discounted rate. The slot, I think I heard, is 7-8. So, sorry, UCLA, but he will not be matriculating in Westwood next year. This is Lowry, the right fielder. A junior fouls it back to the screen, 1-1. It must be nice money to have deposited in your checking account at 18 years old, if he even has a checking account. I didn't at 18.
No, he's probably just opening that checking account.
Yeah.
But I tell you, you're talking about Aiken now, and I think Aiken just did a great job of preparing himself for college and for the draft. In terms of his pitching and taking time off to make sure that he was healthy, I think he and his parents did a really good job of making sure they had a plan and not throwing too much early in his career. So congratulations to Brady.
Yeah, and that's an important point because our audience is a lot of, obviously parents of kids who are playing in this game or wanting to play in this game. In the hole, diving for it is the shortstop. McClure gets up, throws, but it'll be an infield base hit for Lowry. That is the third single of the ball game, and only one has left the infield for Granite Hills.
Here's that ball. It's hitting the hole. McClure dives and tries to make a throw to first base, even though he's not going to be safe. I think McClure is also an outstanding shortstop. He's only a junior, but I was really impressed with him watching him practice yesterday, taking ground balls. He has a nice, strong swing. Again, he's another great player in this game tonight.
Nate Nguyen, number 9 hitter, the second baseman. Runner goes. They play hit and run, and the second baseman flips to McClure. Back to first. They got the double play. 4-6-3. Trying to avoid that ball hit was Lowry right there, and he couldn't. And the end result is an inning-ending double play. So LCC a little fired up. They'll see if they can get the bats going as we have moved on to the third here in this Open Division Championship game. Granite Hills with a 1-0 lead over the Mavericks. Back at USD, 1-0 Granite Hills. Casey Feldmeyer leading off for LCC. First pitch swinging. Bounces it to short. Diffley retires Feldmeyer. Good start for Rose in that power sinker here in the third. 1 pitch, 1 out. He's retired the last 4 he's faced. Back to the top of the lineup, we get another chance to see Mickey Moniak. Moniak, a UCLA commit. He's just a sophomore. UCLA's done nice here in this San Diego section in recruiting guys, especially early in their high school careers, but boy, guys just don't always get there. Ground ball pulled to first. Justin Mitchell will flip underhand to the pitcher, and it's been a rather easy start to the third inning here for Rose.
Mitchell and Rose did that PFP, which means pitchers fielding practice, and
yeah,
they do that all year round, and they just executed that perfectly in the championship game. That's why you do it early in the season and late in the season.
That's, I think, the way that they end their warm-ups before every ball game, as Kevin Alazar, the designated hitter, stands in. Talking about UCLA getting a lot of commitments, but a lot of them wind up signing. And I know as a former college baseball head coach, I mean, this is the worst times of the year when you see your high school draft picks get signed. But Moniak was a UCLA commitment.
You're re-recruiting.
Exactly.
What you're doing.
Pop foul.
You know, it's really hard to recruit against MLB. I mean, everybody's dream is to play with Major League Baseball, and you can't blame a youngster if that's what they choose to do. I mean, they have great options to go MLB or college, and it's just a great time in their life and their family's life.
Used to have to wait, right, until they got into their first class.
Yeah,
but
it's
moved up this year.
Till their first class, and then they moved it to August 1st, and now it's July 15th. So it's a little easier on the college coaches who don't have to wait so long,
sure,
and they can try to find more players to fill at the end of the summer.
Yeah, back in the day, most guys didn't even start talking about contracts until July 15th. 1-2-3 inning for Jason Rose. He gets Feldmeyer, Moniak, and Alizard to ground out, and the third comes to an end. We head to the home half of the third inning. It remains the Granite Hills Eagles 1, La Costa Canyon Mavericks nothing.
Eric Chaub.
Last of the third coming up here from USD, where it's starting to cool off just a little bit. Last year we had a nice marine layer at night. Doesn't look like we're going to have that this year. Clear skies, which perhaps the ballpark will play a little bigger here at night than it would with the marine layer. Harrison goes back to work here in the third, trailing 1-0. Diffley, Bosted, and Verndon, the top three in the batting order for the Eagles, who lead at 1-0.
Harrison's doing a really nice job keeping this game tight. I mean, he's throwing all his different pitches. Again, he's not a very big guy in stature.
Yep.
Boy, he sure looks strong on the mound.
57 innings worked coming in, just 10 walks, 47 strikeouts, a 7-2 mark with an ERA just above 1. And that breaking ball is over. This is the part of the lineup in the first inning that scratched across the only run of the game for the Eagles, with Diffley getting on base. And he hits it out to short. McClure has it, and Diffley is retired for the first time tonight. Robert Bosted now the left fielder. We started to talk a couple of innings ago. Well, we'll watch this replay and I'll get into it.
Here's a ground ball. Nice job by throwing that ball to first base. Again, I think that Diffley is a big-time player, and obviously McClure is a big-time player.
Bosted now. What I was going to say is we started talking about a couple of innings ago, discussing how there's a lot of parents watching and how their kids who might be recruitable athletes are going to Major League Baseball, as that's lined into right for a base hit. Bosted's 2 for 2. And you applauded the Aiken family for how they treated their son's senior year. He didn't log a lot of innings, only 59 innings. And when you're going to be the #1 pick, you got to go to showcases. The scouts have to see you. So you feel that number's about right to appease everyone, your high school coach, perhaps your college coach in the major league teams?
Oh, I think that's a great number. I think about the maximum you should throw in a high school season is about 70 innings. I believe once you get it over 70, it becomes a little bit of a nuisance on the arm, and now safety becomes a concern. So I think that 57, 59 innings that Aiken threw is a perfect amount. Coach Blaylock, I'm sure, was very cognizant of that and made sure that he took care of his arm carefully.
Jordan Verdon now. And he sends one to left. This is going to be trouble, slicing away from John Aiken, and it bounces fair for a base hit. Aiken's momentum takes him into foul ground. He gets it back in, and they're able to hold Verdon, who's headed to San Diego State, to a one-out double.
Yeah, here Verdon stays inside the ball, doesn't try to do too much with it, and he gets rewarded by staying inside the ball, hitting the ball down the line, and getting a double. And now you see Granite Hills has second and third with 1 out.
They had ample base runners in the first inning, actually loaded the bases with 1 out, pushed across only 1 run. And now here's Jason Rose with runners at second and third, 1 out. Rose walked his first time up, dangerous hitter, batting .350. And fastball misses away. For a guy like Aiken, he's likely to throw only 20, 25 innings this summer for the Astros, wherever they wind up sending him.
Yeah, he'll probably take a little rest before he reports.
1-0. Into center field, should score a run. Moniak has it. Tagging at third is Bostad, and he will score easily as the throw comes into the shortstop. And it is 2-0 Granite Hills.
Rose did a great job here in this particular at bat. He had runners on second and third. Obviously, he was trying to put a ball, swing on the ball that's going to go into one of the gaps, but he found a ball that was up, and he was able to drive it in and get a sacrifice fly, drive to center field and get a sacrifice fly.
27th run batted into the season for Rose. Granite Hills leads the Open Division game 2-0. Grounder to first. Potter will flip to Harrison covering, and the inning is over. However, a run scored in the inning for Granite Hills. They tack on another, and after 3 complete here of the Open Division Championship in the San Diego section, it's the Eagles 2, La Costa Canyon 0. Absolutely beautiful night for baseball here on the campus of the University of San Diego. We're inside Fowler Park, Cunningham Field. Open Division Championship game has progressed now to the 4th inning. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Granite Hills. No runs, a hit, and an error for La Costa Canyon. Jason Rose working into the 4th, deals with Ryan McClure, Shane Potter, and Ryan Casper. That's the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Mavericks. Mavericks team that went 21-11 coming in, knocked off number 1 seed RB on Tuesday, 3-2 at RB. Ranging behind the bag in the hole at short there is Diffley, and he does a nice job throwing out McClure to open up the 4th.
Now this is what I'm talking about. This is Diffley going up the middle, getting his shoulders turned, throwing the ball to first base. I mean, in my opinion, that is a very, very quality play.
Shane Potter now, the first baseman, takes a big cut and a miss. And Diffley has committed to play for the University of California, Riverside a couple of years from now. But there have been some changes at Riverside from what I understand, and we'll see how solid that will be in a couple of years.
Yeah, unfortunately, oftentimes when there's changes, kids tend to maybe make a change in their decision, but he's committed to Riverside, so we'll see what happens with him. If he does go to Riverside, they have a good one, wherever he ends up.
0-2 to Potter. And that just missed outside. 1-2. Potter struck out swinging back in the 1st. And down he goes here on an off-speed pitch. The changeup got him. We didn't see much of the changeup the first time through, but we're remarking off air that perhaps the second time through he'll throw it, and he does there to punch out his 4th Maverick of the ball game.
Yeah, that is what they call in baseball a filthy changeup. It's a changeup that is coming at you and it sinks down and away from the left-handed batter.
Bugs Bunny changeup. Ryan Casper, the right fielder now. He singled his first time up. Casper has the lone hit of the ball game for the Mavericks. Costa Canyon, as we mentioned, comes in hitting .305 as a team so they can swing it. Team ERA of 1.86. That's good placement on that fastball, and just missed.
Wow. Got to look good from up here, but we're way up here. These umpires are doing a great job, and they did a great job in the first game.
That's high and tight. Costa Canyon, the school opened up in the mid to late 90s. Already have 3 CIF baseball titles. Trying to win their first ever at the Open Division. In the hole at short, diving for it as Diffley knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play. And Casper has his 2nd hit of the ball game. 2 out knock, giving way to Ryan Orr.
Casper's having a night. He's having his way right now with Rose with 2 hits. Diffley tries to make a nice play there, but unfortunately the ball just kind of trickled out of his glove. I wouldn't have thrown him out anyhow.
No, not at all.
So.
And we saw he had a good gun. I mean, we were watching him take infield. He was outstanding. You marveled at his footwork and just the throw and the way he handled himself.
Yeah, again, he is going to be a very good college player and professional player, provided he continues to work and have the right attitude.
Orr now grounded out to short his first time up. Sophomore catcher hitting .322 on the year with a homer and 11 runs batted in. Costa Canyon won their CIF championships, 2 at the Division I level. Their first one at 03. They went back-to-back 03-04. Won their last one at the Division II level in 2012.
You know, Steve, in 03, they actually won the national championship, the mythical national championship in high school.
Fantastic team. They won a section record 32 games, including 27 straight games. Those are both San Diego section records.
Wow.